Let's see the basic commands in SQL. So the first one is to create database and tables. So create database statement is used to create a new SQL database. So the syntax is we need to give create database, then the database name which we want. Then also we can check the list of databases by giving the command as show databases. This will show the list of databases which are created. Then also after creating database, in case if we don't want that database, we can drop that database by giving the command as drop database, then the database name which we want to delete. So then the table is an arrangement of information or data, typically in rows and columns, or possibly in a more complex structure. So to create table, we need to give create table, then the table name. Then inside the parentheses, we need to specify the columns and the data types. I mean the data type of the column. Also, we can drop the table by giving the command as drop table, then the table name. So here let's see how to create a database and how to create table, everything. So let me check what are the databases we have first. So these are all the databases we have. So to create database, we need to give create database, then the database name. Let me create two databases. First one EX. So you can see here one row affected. So the database is created EX. So let me create other database as create database, then the database name as user. So it is also created. So let me show you to drop one of the databases from this. So I'm giving drop database and the database which I want to drop. So I'm dropping this X database. So before that, so let's check whether the databases is inserted or not. So show databases. So you can see here user databases and EX databases is inserted. So let me drop EX database, drop database, then database name as EX. So yeah, it is dropped. So let's check again. Show databases. You could not find EX database now. So to create database, before that, let me use the database user. So it database has changed now. So I'm giving create table. I'm showing you to create table. Then I'm giving us my table name. Then inside the parenthesis ID as int, name varchar. Then we need to give the size and I'm giving age int. So before that, let me give for this to 30 30. So this is how we create table. show to check the table, show tables. So you can see my table is created. So in the same way we can drop this table by giving drop my table. So if you give this command, this table will be dropped. As of now, I'm not dropping the table because I want to I want to insert values and show you some examples. Then insert into statement. Insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. So the command which we follow is to specify both, we need to specify both the column names and the values to be inserted. So to do that, what we do is we give insert into, then the table name, then inside the parenthesis columns and the values which need to be inserted. If we are adding values for all the columns of the table, instead of using this command, without giving the columns, we can directly give the values. So this is the command, insert into table name, then the values inside the parenthesis, values to be inserted. So let's see how to insert values inside the table, my table. So I'm giving insert into, then the table name, my table, then inside the braces I'm giving the same order of ID, name and age. ID, name and age, then the values, one, let me give John, age as 12. So this value is inserted inside this table. So let me insert some other values. Jannar as 13. So this is also got inserted. Let me give as Tushar 3. Then let his age be 13. So it got inserted. Then other value as ID as 4. Then name as Anil, age as 16. Yes, this is also got inserted. So in the other video, let me show you the whole table content. This is how we insert the values inside the table, and to check whether the values are inserted, we need to give star, select star from table name. So you can see the inserted values here. We have SQL select statements. The select statement is used to select data from a database. So to fetch all the values from the table, select star from table name is the command. To fetch a particular field or column from the table, the command we use is select, then the column which we need to fetch, then from which table we need to fetch. So to fetch the data from the table, this is how we give the command select star from then the table name. So this is the data present in our table. So also there is a way to fetch only this column, I mean ID column, or in case if you want to fetch only the name, only this column or the age, we can do that also. So the command is select the column which we want to fetch. I'm giving name, and from my table this will fetch only the name from the my table. You can see here only the name is fetched. SQL select distinct statement. The select distinct statement is used to return only different values. So the command we use is select distinct, then the column and from which table we need to fetch. So in this table you can see there are duplicate values. I mean age is repeated for twice. I mean 13 is repeated for twice. So this we can call it as duplicate values. Jannar and Tushar age is 13. So in order to fetch the distinct age, we can give as select distinct, then the column name as age from my table. So this will give only 12, 13, 16. 13 will not be repeated for twice. So you can see here 12, 13, 16. In the same way, we can give the column instead of column, we can give select star, select distinct star from table. So instead of, you can see here when we give without giving the column name, it will fetch all the data. So instead of this method, we need to specify the columns. So let me give, instead of star, let me give ID, comma, age from my table. So you can see this is also giving all the data. So we need to give the exact column name where it contains the duplicate values so that we can fetch the distinct values. Then the count function in SQL returns the number of rows that matches a specified criterion. So for counting rows, we need to give command as select count inside the parenthesis star from table name. Then specify column names instead star, null values not be counted. So the command we use is select count inside the parenthesis column name from table, and also we can use where condition. Then the count function. So you can see there are 4 data in our table. So we want to know how many data are present in the table. So we can use count function. So I'm giving select count inside the parenthesis. I'm giving a star. Then from my table. So this will give number of data present in our table. So there are totally 4 data present in our table. So it is giving 4. Instead of this star, we can also specify the column names. Then we have update statement. Update statement is used to modify the existing records in a table. So update, then the table we need to update. So also we need to set the column values, then along with the where condition. To update multiple records, where clause is helpful. So using where clause is important. All the records in the table will be updated if we don't use the where clause. So let's see the update statement in SQL. So in this table, you can see John age as 12, Jannar age as 13, Tushar age as 13, Anil age as 16. So I want to update this Anil age as 18. Let's say 18. So we can update that Anil age too. So for that we need to do update update table name, set age is equals to 18. I want to set age as 18. And also I need to give where condition. If you don't use where condition, everybody's age will be updated. So I'm giving id is equals to Anil's id is 4. So I'm giving 4. So yes, it is affected. So let's check it. Select star from my table. So you can see here 4 id number 4. You can say we are given where id is equal to 4. Id number 4, Anil age got updated. Delete statement. Delete statement in SQL is used to remove one or more records from a table. So the syntax which we use is delete from the table which we want to delete along with the where condition. So you can see the note there. If we don't use where clause, so all the records in the table will be deleted. So it's important to use where clause. And also we can delete the table completely by giving drop table along with the table name. And the delete statement in SQL, also we can delete some of the items, I mean data present in this table. So let's say I want to delete John's data, I mean ID number 1, John, age 12. So what I do is I give delete from my table. I want to mention where clause where ID is equals to 1. Instead of ID, we can give age 2 because 12 is not repeating. In case if we give age 30, so Jannar and Tushar's both data will be deleted because age 13 is present for twice. So as of now, I want to delete John data, so I'm giving ID as 1. Yes, you can see query okay. So let me check. Select star from my table. You can see ID number 1, John's data is deleted. Before that it was present and now it got deleted. We have where clause in SQL. So where clause is used to filter the records. It is used to extract only those records that fulfill a specified condition. So we can use where clause for whole table giving select star from table name along with the where condition, or else we can fetch only the columns by giving the command as select then the column names from which table we need to fetch along with where condition. Then the where clause in SQL, we can use where clause along with the condition. So in case if you want to filter some data, let's say I want to fetch data whose age is 12, or I can say whose age is more than 15. So let me give here select star from my table where age is greater than 15. So it fetches the data of Anil because his age is greater than 15. So you can see Anil's data is fetched. So let me give as age is equals to exactly as 13. So it will fetch data of Jannar and Tushar. So you can see here Jannar and Tushar data we got as our output. This is how where clause along with the condition work. So where clause is used whenever we need to filter some records or we need to filter the rows from our table. Order by keyword in SQL is used to sort the result set in ascending or descending order. So the syntax is here select then the column names from the table name, then we need to give order by keyword. So inside the braces, we need to specify we need the data to be fetched ascendingly or descendingly with the keyword ASC or DESC, so ascending and descending respectively. ASC to sort records in ascending order. By default, ASC is used. DESC to sort records in descending order. For string values, the order by keyword will order alphabetically. So this is then we have order by keyword. So order by clause sort is used to sort the rows in ascending or descending. So let me show you the example. So this is our data, original data. So I want it in ascending order. I mean according to the age. Let's say I want this data in descending order based on age. So I'm giving select star from table name my table order by age as DESC. So DESC is the keyword to get it in descending order. So it gives us in descending order based on age. So Anil data is presented first, then Jannas and Tushar. So I want to get, so this is our original data. When we check it based on alphabetic, so Anil data should be presented first, then Janna data second, then Tushar data third. So what I do is, let me give instead of age, let me give name, and I want it in ascending order. So I give ASC as keyword. So it gives us data as alphabetically A comes first, then J. I mean in A, B, C, D, this is the order in English alphabet. Of course, you know the order. So it gives Anil's data first, Janna data second, then Tushar data. So this is all about the keywords in SQL.